Hey Tube, we continue our course on NestJS. Today we talk about controllers. So NestJS controllers are responsible for handling incoming HTTP requests and returning responses to the client. They act as the traffic cop for your application, determining how incoming requests should be routed and what kind of processing should be done on the data before sending response. Let's talk about do some here's a detailed breakdown of controls in NestJS. So a basic controller will have, let's make uh, the the font quite bigger. So make it like a 24 and save and go. Yeah. So we want to talk about, no, not this one. So we want to talk about a basic. What are the basics of controllers? So the basic of the controllers will come to. We have three parts. First, we have the routes. The routes controllers define routes and can handle various HTTP methods like get, post, put, delete, etc. Each route is associated with controller method. We have decorators. NestJS uses decorators to associate controller methods with HTTP request operations. Some common decorators are get, add post, add put, add delete, and add patch, and add options. We have the request data. This is lost. Controllers can access request data such as query parameters, the request body, and URL parameters using decorators like a query body params. And we will talk about all in a second. So let's just try to create a controller. So I will create a controller. I have this app controller, but I need to, yeah, we can have a new here. Let's just create a new features to play with, and I will call it cats. And here I would create a controller. I call it con control. I'll call it cat cat dot controller dot ts. Yeah, and for the beginning, I'll just try to implement some stuff here. A controller get and post and body. And when we try to create a controller, we just use this one. It's a decorator, and we give it a name, which will be cats. And I will export class. I would say cats container. Let's call it cats, not cat container. And let's just delete all of that. And I'll put the object like that. Okay. And let's try to create two HTTP requests. I only need to create get and create. So I need to get to create a method to get all cats. So I would say, yeah, okay, that was right, to be honest. So this one, it will get all text, and I will say, okay, basically it will be HTTP method that will return this string for now. Of course, in the future, we want to make this one to create an actual array, but let's start easy for now. And we have this one, which is a post request, which creates it should create a cat. The controls methods are mapped to the routes. NestJS resolves the routes based on the controller path and the HTTP decorator used. For example, we have a get and a post, a get for a get request and post for post request. And if someone want to find this one, it will just have uh, had make a get request to the route called cats. We could also do some parameters, or like do some sort of dynamic. If we want to get one cat. So we want to do it by the ID, and this is how it will work. So we have get, and we have a new parameter. So basically, it will be like you go cats slash two. So basically, you will get the cats with the ID two, and this is how to it will be do it will be done. We have the params here is not implemented. We have the params decorator right now. We have this one. We do nothing with it, but just leave it for now. So NestJS allow you to inject the entire request object using the @rig decorator if you need more control over request. Though it's typically better to use more specific decorators. For here, like I'm using the ID, I'm using the params, but you can just use rec.params.id. You can use that for rec, but it's better to just be more specific. In terms of the response handling, like you can send responses in multiple ways. Like you can have a standard return, like simply return the value from a controller method, and NestJS will send it as a response. Asynchronous, we have also asynchronous handling, so return a promise or observable. And NestJS will wait for the resolution and then send the response. We have the explicit response. Use the res decorator to get the response object and use it directly. But this is not recommended as it makes your application less platform independent. We have what we call dependency injection. So if we create if we create, let's put it like that here, we can do this one. So controllers can inject services providers. So let's say that we have a CATS service. We don't have currently any CAT service, but we will create in the next video a CAT service. And we can use a dependency injection to inject this CAT service and try to use it here. So basically, instead of returning a string, we will return array of objects. Instead of just in the create, we return a string. We create a new item in the CATS module and return it back. In terms of the best practices, because it's a big important topic in my opinion, there are four things that you have to think about in when it comes to best practices in controllers. The first thing, it will be the single responsibility, and this is one a big one, and it's easy to forget the single responsibility. A controller should handle HTTP requests for a certain route path and delegate complex logic to providers, which are services. Also, DTOs. I love using DTOs, which is data transfer objects. Use DTOs for input data validation and to define the shape of data for operations like creating or updating records. Um, Number four, we have the status code. Use appropriate HTTP status code, either implicitly or by using the HTTP code decorator to communicate the result of the request. And lastly, we have what we call error handling. Use exceptions filter to handle errors and return appropriate errors responses. Understanding and implementing controllers effectively is key to creating a well-functioning NestJS application, as they direct the flow of data and ensure that requests are handled correctly. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. If you like my content, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and see you in future problem.